What up? It's 2:12 p.m. on Wednesday, and we're actually leaving the warehouse at a decent time because Austin was like, "You ready to go?" And I was like, "Sure." So we're leaving. I plowed through the database, and when I checked this morning, there were still 833 items that needed to be categorized and or removed. Like I'm basically every item, I'm touching every item. I'm either updating it and adding it to a category for the app. I'm putting it in the excluded category, which means we still use it, but we don't want it in the app because we don't want anyone else using it. It'll be eventually phased out. Or I'm removing the item completely because it's an old code that I personally have never used in the 3 years I've been here. So I'm cleaning the database. I've got it down to about 600, give or take. So I still have a long way to go. So my goal is tomorrow. We had a huge shop today. We got the majority of the shopping done. My goal is to get back from the shopping and then just put my headphones on and be like, sorry guys, I'm heads down. I gotta get this done before my call at 12. So I'm pretty confident I can knock it out if I just, no distractions, can't break away from my desk. I have to be really firm about that. I say that, but it might be more difficult than I think because my dad most likely won't be there tomorrow. He's been taking Thursdays off, which is totally great. I'm not complaining at all. That's what we told him to do years ago. He's finally doing it. Didn't vlog anything today because I was just I was in focus mode, honestly. Yesterday I felt like was a banger of a vlog. I used the Nano. We did a nice montage. It's been a while since we've done a montage. I specifically was like, we're gonna do a montage. So I had that in my mind going into Tuesday. Also knowing that, I was supposed to go to the gym, but I had my dentist appointment and I was gonna work on Bryce's car. So I just knew yesterday was gonna be a thicker vlog. Whereas today, I was like, I gotta get stuff done at work. Yesterday's shopping was twofold, right? I had that long conversation with my customer, and then I did the montage, which honestly, it's just a matter of taking the Nano and going, click it here, click it here, click it here, take 2 steps back, 2 steps forward, It doesn't add too much to my shop. Honestly, that was actually better than last week where I was doing a lot of talking. The talking I get distracted. The talking I take more time. Whereas if I'm just shopping, all I'm doing is grabbing the camera, moving it. It works out a lot better. I don't know. I wasn't in a vlogging mood today. I was focused, work, hustle, and it worked out because left the warehouse on time. You might notice I'm in Bryce's car. I did take it to work today. It's working great. Pretty confident that the battery just needed to be recharged because now it hasn't had any problem starting. It didn't have a problem starting this morning, and it didn't have a problem starting just now when I left the warehouse. So pretty confident that it's good to go. Bryce will be here on Friday. As I said yesterday, he's excited to drive his car again. So it'll be ready for him. I will, like I said, I will go get him a car wash. Actually, I might do it today. I might run to the car wash today. I'm not gonna. It doesn't really need to be vacuumed as much. I mean, he still has his own trash is still back here. His work shoes are back there on the floor. So I'll clean it up in here. But I'm just gonna run it through the car wash just to give him the outside a nice little wash. Even though it did rain a little bit last night, I don't know if we're supposed to have more rain. I should probably check the forecast. If there's more rain in the forecast, I'll skip the car wash. If there's no more rain in the forecast, I'll get it a car wash. I completely forgot to grab an energy drink on my way out the house this morning, just because I had to make 6 trips back in the house last night because I got back in the car and realized that I got a new phone, so I had to get a new cable for my phone to work in Bryce's car. So I went in, grabbed the wrong cable. I went in and grabbed the cable, came back in. I have to close the garage via the door panel. So it's one of those, I get my car, realize, I can't close the garage. Get up, go close the garage. Get my car, plug the cable in, realize, it's the wrong cable. Why did I grab this cable? I don't know why. I thought this was a USB-C. Get back in the car, punch the code in, open the garage, go back inside, grab the right cable, get back in the car. Shit, close the garage. It was just one of those moments where I was more frantic than I needed to be. But we got it all taken care of. We're done. We're good. But it's 2 o'clock and I didn't get my afternoon caffeine, man. So I think because of the way everything worked out, I think I'm just gonna go to, I think I'm just gonna make a mud water when I get home. I'm gonna make them mud waters at night, but I have my other 2 blends that have a little bit of caffeine in them, so it'll be an excuse to make one of those. Sick. Matte black Cybertruck, USA UFO as the license plate. Love it. Oh man, okay, so I had to make one pit stop on the way home and drop off some stuff to a customer, and then I got a phone call from another customer that they didn't get some of the items that they ordered, and both were our mistakes. So I'll have to make another trip tomorrow. I don't know, we're at a point right now where we're making a lot of mistakes, and it sucks because I'm the one who gets the phone calls, and I'm usually the one that fixes the problems. And it just makes us look dumb and incompetent. I hate it. And it's just simple things like going too fast, being distracted, and to admit, like, there's just too much going on. We have too much going on right now, and this app is going to help tremendously. But at the same time, it's going to free up some time, but it's going to put more work on other people at the same time. So we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, we just need to slow down and triple check everything. Damn, they cut down a bunch of trees. Wonder why they did that. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trees there. The one in the corner, which I think was dead, but that's been chopped down. I mean, there's some big ass stumps too, so I wonder if they're gonna dig them up and replant them or what. But kind of makes it weird when one side of this tree has these giant trees and the other side has nothing. All right, we're back in the gym. Sorry, I thought about vlogging in the gym, but just because of how the afternoon went, I didn't even bust out the Nano. But I plan on taking the Nano to the gym. I think it's gonna be great to be able to just slap it on. It's so wide. It's so wide that I know that I can just basically slap it. As long as I'm in front of the glass, it's gonna pick me up. Like this on this camera, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm on the edge of the screen here. I don't know exactly where. This thing is damn near 180. So it's like, yeah, I'm pretty much, as long as I'm in front of the camera, that thing's gonna pick me up. So I plan on taking the Nano to the gym. I might even play around with putting a microphone on and be able to talk and vlog while I'm at the gym. A little Sam Sulek action. But we'll get there eventually. We'll get there, baby steps. For now, I just want to be able to get a bunch of different gym shots and maybe do a montage at the gym. So that is the plan. I was getting ready to run into my room and go play some New World before Tiffany got home, but then I realized there's a pile of clothes on the bed. So I'm gonna be a good husband and go put those away. Something else worth noting is I'm behind in my vlogs. I haven't been watching my vlogs on a regular basis. And as I've mentioned numerous times in the past, I get fired up and inspired and creative when I watch other people's content. And the same thing holds true when I was full-time streaming. I was on Twitch all the time, watching streams, interacting with streams. And I would see things and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that on my stream, or I'm going to incorporate that. And I ask them, hey, how'd you do that? What's this? What's that called? Where does that come from? Same thing with the vlogs. I watch people vlog and I watch other people's vlogs, and it inspires me and it creates this thought of like, ooh, I'm going to give that a try. Ooh, I like that. I like that angle. I like what they did with the camera. And when I stop watching vlogs because I'm just busy and I'm occupied doing other things, other interests, then that part of my brain kind of slowly turns off, and that's why you get some vlogs that are just kind of meh. Something else I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna go get the wireless microphone so I can work and vlog at the same time. Hold that thought for a second. Okay, got the light on so I'm not all backlit. So I was watching this video. I haven't finished it yet. I'm gonna finish it because it's really interesting and something that it's constantly on my mind, and it's about the quote-unquote new style of vlogging, or the new style of vlogs that are kind of blowing up on YouTube, right? A couple of years ago, Sam Sulek kind of popped off with his long-form, unedited vlogs, where he would start off in the car, usually driving to the gym. And we're talking 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes just driving to the gym, static shot, cameras in like his passenger seat or on the floor facing him. He's got a wireless microphone on his hat, and he's talking for 15 minutes while he drives to the gym. And then he gets to the gym and he does a workout. And he'll do his workout. He'll do his workout on the vlog, but then he'll also like stop and he'll continue the conversation, whatever he's talking about. And most of the time it was regarding fitness, bodybuilding, and that sort of thing. So he did have a topic. He did have like a focal point, right? And that kind of took off. I'd say it's been maybe 2 or 3 years by now. And that kind of sent shockwaves across YouTube. It's like, holy crap, these are super long, super unedited, nothing special, like as far as like no crazy editing, no fancy anything. Just literally, I think he may have had the intro. I don't know when he created the intro, but he has a little bit of an intro and that's about it. The rest of it is just pure, unedited. He'll edit as far as like putting clips together. Like, he starts and stops the camera and that's it. Anyway, fast forward to today, and I constantly am seeing different vlogs on my homepage of all different shapes and sizes, different size channels. There's not like a trend. The trend is what this podcast was talking about with this new style of vlogging. And I've talked about this on the vlog as well. If you're one of the daily watchers, you probably have heard me talk about this in the past. New shirt from Cabo. Basically, the new style of vlogging is not day in my life every day, right? You can be a daily vlogger, but every video needs to be around a specific topic, or every video has like your channel is a theme, right? The example they gave was like gardening, right? Like if, let's say you're into gardening and you're like, you're an amateur gardener. You don't have to be an expert. That's the thing. They're saying this out of the gate. You don't have to be an expert. You can be an amateur gardener. And your whole channel is going to be your adventures in gardening, your journey of building a garden and planting a garden and whatever, right? And so each video can be different about a different topic, but it's around the theme of gardening. And so when someone subscribes to the channel after one video, they know that essentially every video after that is going to be about gardening, right? Cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, when to plant, what to plant, that sort of thing, right? And so the whole point is that this new style of vlogging isn't take me through your day, vlog every moment of your day, morning, noon, and night, and repeat every day. It's make a video, can be every day, can be a couple times a week, could be weekly, whatever, but make a video about one topic, right? For years, people have said you need to niche down, have a niche. And I agree with that. The ultimate goal the ultimate way to grow a YouTube channel is to have a niche, because essentially Google, aka YouTube, I said that backwards, YouTube, aka Google, is going to recommend your channel in this lane, this niche, right? And so the day in the life is fine if your day in the life is a thing, right? Like you're a firefighter, you're a police officer, you're a carpenter, you're a nurse, you're a thing. Whereas back in the day, how daily vloggers actually started was they had a main channel that they got popular about, music, comedy, sketches, whatever. And then they did a vlog channel, kind of a behind the scenes, my day in my life, right? So you see me over here performing and doing my thing, but then over here you see me with my wife and my kids, getting Starbucks, whatever. And that's how this genre blew up. And then all of a sudden these became more popular than these, and everyone stopped doing their main channels and daily vlogs took off. Fast forward to today, the day in the life of an ordinary person, while I argue is still relevant and there's still an audience for it, it is not popular and it is not a fast track to grow a channel. And these guys in the podcast were talking about that. In fact, they straight up just said you shouldn't do that at all. You shouldn't do a follow me through my day every day, because it's just not, like it's not a popular thing on YouTube. Now my argument is this. While it's not something that people seek out, it's not something that people are actively going out and looking for, I think that there is people that like that type of content. Obviously, because there are still channels and videos that are getting 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80,000 views. I subscribe to these channels. I watch these vlogs. And then there's the ones that are like super big because they themselves have always been big, right? Even people that once upon a time had this huge channel and then started a new channel, they're still big enough and have big enough of a following and are able to do videos, even in a vlog style, big enough and grand enough that they picked up that audience right back where they left off. That's very rare. I see other channels and other vloggers that stopped and then started, and like me, they have nowhere near the numbers that they used to have because their core audience moved on. So what I'm getting at is, I still believe that there's an audience for this style of content. Clearly, you're here right now watching it. But the numbers and the percentage is much, much lower than it was 10 years ago, right? Now, the pushback I have with this is that while I agree, I'm not stupid, I'm not naive, and I'm not putting my blinders on. Like I agree with these people. If I had one thing that I could just niche down on and be like, I want to make daily vlogs, but it's about my life as a produce salesman, and I only vlog my daily life as a produce salesman, and then maybe on the weekends my daily life, right? Because I'm not working, but I still, then my channel would probably do better. But that's not what I want to create. And that's where my pushback is. It's like, I still believe that you should be able to create content around whatever you want. You should be able to create content the way you want. And you don't have to follow a guideline or a path. You don't have to fit into a mold, right? Now, I have come to terms that my channel most likely will never get back to where it was once upon a time. I'm happy that the numbers are in the green, month over month. We are growing, but it is at a snail's pace. And as long as you keep coming back, whenever you come back, whether it's every day or a couple times a week or whatever, I'm happy. I'm in my comment section every day, throughout my day, and I see a lot of the same people. So I know I've got this like hardcore core audience that watch my vlogs damn near every day. And then there's the stragglers that watch and they comment maybe, once a week or so. And then there's the silent lurkers that you watch my vlogs on a regular basis, but you don't necessarily comment. And that's fine. I'm not calling you out. I'm appreciating you because I know you exist. I can see my analytics, especially you TV viewers. TV viewership is going up. And most people don't pull their phone out to comment or like. They just watch their vlogs, watch their videos, and they move on to the next one. That's totally fine. YouTube is becoming the new TV. Right? It is the #1 streaming service in the world now. It's beat Netflix for being the most watched because people are like, whoa, I can watch YouTube on my TV. This is great. I'm going to do this. And it's free. So all in all, my point is I'm listening to this podcast and I'm hearing what they're saying and I'm agreeing with them. But then when they make the comment about like, you shouldn't do your everyday life because it's not what people want, I'm like, it's not what most people want. There's still some people that like that. There's still some people that want that. And my job is to try and crack into little places where I can and just show up people's radars, right? The algorithm will push my videos to the people that are looking for those types of videos. It's just a matter of me, hitting the right spots. The biggest difference between now and 10 years ago is the algorithm is not promoting channels. It's not promoting people, right? It's promoting videos based on topics. So this goes back to the niche thing, right? If I have a video about grape tomatoes and it just happens to get shown to the right people, they love it, they watch the whole thing, they like it, they comment, engagement goes up, all of a sudden it gets shared to more people, and this video just kind of takes off, right? The smart thing to do is make another video about grape tomatoes or something adjacent about tomatoes or tomato plants or seasonal gardening, including cherry tomatoes, whatever. Like it's to piggyback off that video because inevitably, like 99% of the time, that video, because it has so much similarity to your last video, it's going to get promoted to the same people. And hopefully, most likely, they're going to watch that second video, and that's what starts the algorithm's like, yo, this grape cherry tomato video killed it. you made another one that killed it, we're gonna keep, and you ride that train, right? Whereas someone like me has a video that blows up, moving my son into his college dorm, and then my next video is about, me working and shopping at Costco. Two very different topics, even though it's still Clintus.tv, my daily life, a daily vlog, day in the life, like those aren't topics. Those aren't things that the algorithm is picking up and sending because most people aren't searching for those things. And search is a whole different beast, but it's not a topic that's being like pushed. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's being searched for or not is irrelevant. It's not a topic that is being pushed. It's not being a topic that's being sent. It's your daily vlogs have to be about something, which is why title and thumbnail are so important. You don't have to put tags. You should put a description. Descriptions are still very important, but I argue that the title and thumbnail is all that matters. That's why clickbait is still such a real thing. And it bothers me so much because I see these vloggers clickbait the crap out of their videos and it works. 2, 3, 4 times as many views on the videos that have these crazy titles and thumbnails, right? So it is what it is. I accept it, but I refuse to give into it. Ultimately, I really should find, I should narrow my life down a little bit. What I vlog, what I share with you. I get a lot of good comments and feedback on the shopping at Costco and taking you with me on my day-to-day activities. Unfortunately, it's very repetitive. I literally shop at the same 2 stores 5 days a week, the 3rd store twice a week, and I buy basically the same stuff going down the same aisles. I try to get creative. The Nanos helped a lot by setting it in certain places and doing certain things with it. But, again, unless I have something to talk about while I'm doing it, I can only make so many montages of me going through the aisles of the orange racks and the blue racks. You know what I'm saying? Hearing them talk about the gardening as an example, I literally paused the video for a second and I kind of looked up and I was just like, this goes back to my hobby, right? And ultimately, this is my hobby. YouTube is my hobby. Vlogging is my hobby, which is why I talk about it so much, why we're talking about it right now. But I don't consider myself a guru. I don't consider myself an educator or a coach, nor do I want to be. So going back to, again, this is what I was going, sorry, full circle. Listening to them talk about this gardening, the guy's talking about how it's like, you don't have to be an expert. People don't expect you to be an expert, but you're relatable because you're like, hey, you're just like me. I'm trying to make a garden. You're trying to make a garden. I'm going to watch you, listen to what your issues, your problems are, and maybe you'll help solve one of my problems, or maybe I'll learn something that you learned. Like, yo, I was planting this tomato. I didn't realize you're supposed to do this with a root ball. And, did you know that if you plant it this deep and, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh shit, I was just getting ready to plant some tomatoes and now I know that I need to do this. That's what it is. So I don't feel like I have something like that other than YouTube. And even then, how many people that are watching this video right now care about YouTube, care about actually, being a YouTuber and creating content? Some of you do, but some of you don't. And this is the dilemma, because some of you just care about me and or my family, and you just want to hang out, which is what I originally was shooting for, which is originally what my vlogs was, hey, come hang out with me. I say it all the time. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. Because ultimately that's what I want this to be, is just we're hanging out, right? You put me on in your background while you're cooking your breakfast or your dinner, or, you're watching me while you're playing a video game on the second monitor instead of watching Netflix. Like, that's literally what this was originally, like my thought process with this is, and more so in 2.0 with it being a journal, I'm documenting and journaling my life, and whoever wants to watch, sweet. But at this point now, I've been doing this for 19 years. I've got 19 years of my life, my kids' whole lives on here, and I have no desire to stop. I want to continue doing this. In fact, I beat myself up that I stopped for so long that I did. I missed out on a lot of stuff from the kids. Even like Sierra's graduation video is not great because I wasn't into it. I wasn't vlogging. I was like more like, just let me capture some moments because this is Sierra's graduation. But you look at Bryce's graduation video compared to Sierra's graduation video, and it's like, there's a stark difference. I was way more into vlogging when it was Bryce's graduation versus when Sierra graduated, So just food for thought. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your feedback, your thoughts on this as I talk about this. as someone who watches my videos on a somewhat regular basis, do you think I should try to narrow my videos down to be more like focused on one aspect of my life? Or do you prefer the randomness? Do you prefer like some mornings starting here making coffee and other mornings starting shopping at Costco? Do you like the randomness or you know, throughout my day? Would you rather it be literally my whole day, like morning, noon, and night, like don't miss any parts of my day? Like I'm curious. I haven't done this in a while. I haven't asked for feedback in a while. So please take a moment, pause the video, leave a comment down below. Give me your thoughts. I really would like to know. And this is just for me to kind of, you know, think about. Not making any changes, not saying I'm going to make any changes. I just would like to hear some feedback. That's all. Tiff's making her world famous chopped salad. More like sliced salad, snipped salad. She uses scissors. That's her cheat code. She chops her meat that way. She chops her vegetables that way. Snip, snip, snip. It's a good looking salad though. Spring mix, my favorite. English cucumber. Radishes, carrots, tomatoes. Yes, yes, yes. Air fryer's going because we have some spicy chicken patties. We'll make some spicy chicken sandwiches. Fielding time?
It's quite the sandwich.
Wow. Oh, it's pickles. Look at that. Thank you.
That's fine. You don't want it. It's gonna make up. Am I read this one? You don't want that one.
I don't want that one. Spicy chicken patty, Swiss cheese, tomatoes, dill pickles, little main heart action, and for our
Use that one up first.
Melinda's habanero honey mustard. It's like become my favorite condiment for anything that I would use mustard for. It does have some heat to it, so just FYI, it does. The habanero is definitely predominant, but I love it. You toast the buns?
I put it in the air fryer.
Wow. Salad dressing, we're going with red wine vinaigrette. I bought this because it was like on sale, like super cheap, like closeout, like they needed to get rid of it. So it was like, I don't know, $2, $3. Didn't even look at the ingredients. It's terrible. I would not buy this brand again. I shouldn't say that. I should compare it to other red wine vinaigrettes and see like, is that standard? But I read this and I was like, this does not sound like a great dressing. Like it's not a clean dressing, you know? But it's delicious. Then we have our salad and we have our sandwich and it's dinner time. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Tomorrow's Thursday. Nothing special. Gonna go to the gym. Ice maker's being fixed tomorrow. Maybe. They gave me a weird time. Didn't really work out for anybody. I asked for a later time or another time next week, but never got a response back. So we'll see. Our ice maker's been down for a little bit. And I just realized that I have a warranty on the refrigerator that I bought 5 years ago. It's about to expire. So I was like, oh, hey, we should probably get the ice maker fixed before it expires. So that's what we're doing. So stay tuned on that piece. Friday, Tiffany's going to be at Bryce from Flagstaff, bring him back down here for the weekend. And so that'll be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. And then Friday, Saturday, we're going to ASU for their family weekend with Sierra. So look forward to that as well. And on that note, I'm going to bed. Thanks for hanging out. See you tomorrow.